Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Have you ever struggled to choose between two things? For example, now I'm torn between using the black or the green pen. Because if I pick the black one, it feels too monotone and don't have any signature on it. But if I choose the green one, the color doesn't stand out as much as the black one. Well, maybe it's not always gonna be a pen, but have you ever struggled the same dilemma? Because I bet Mayang can totally relate to me. Hi, my name is Riska Amelia and I'm from Senior High School 1 Balikpapan. Today I will share my review and my thoughts on a book titled The True Man from Heaven, A Special Gift for My Beloved Husband by MD. So without any further ado, let's dive into it. In this video, I'm going to share my review of this book by breaking it down into 4 main parts. The first part is about the background of the book, the second is reader's viewpoint, the third covers book's strong and weak points, and lastly, I'll share my impression and the lesson I learned from it. Now, let's start for the first part, background of the book. The True Man from Heaven is a book written by Mayang my English teacher. With over 25 years of experience in teaching, MD has always been dedicated to sharing her knowledge with as many people as possible. Beyond teaching, she has a strong passion for writing, seeing it as both a means of self-expression and a way to broaden our understanding of the world. Her deep love for literature and education is beautifully reflected in this book, The True Man from Heaven, A Special Gift for My Beloved Husband. Inspired by MD's own life story, this book serves as a heartfelt tribute to her beloved husband. Within its pages, readers will find meaningful lessons and moral values that can be applied in everyday life. In essence, The True Man from Heaven, A Special Gift for My Beloved Husband revolves around Mayang's struggle in choosing the right life partner. She finds herself torn between two men, both of whom genuinely love her, making the decision even more difficult. This book was first published by D Publish in October 2015, followed by its second edition in September 2016. It consists of 228 pages and measures 40 x 20 cm. Officially, this became MD's 10th published book. Now, let's move on to the second section, the reader's viewpoint. At first, I thought the book would follow the typical pattern of classic love triangle story, predictable and cliché. However, as I read further, I was surprised by how deeply the internal conflict pulled me in. Without even realizing it, I became completely immersed, eager to uncover what would happen next. I found myself experiencing a whirlwind of emotion, frustration, confusion, and a deep sense of empathy towards Mayang and the other characters in the story. The story in The True Man from Heaven, A Special Gift for My Beloved Husband, centers around Mayang's dilemma in choosing the right man to be her life partner. She longs for a righteous man who can be a strong leader for her and their future children. However, above all, she wants someone who will love and respect her family just as much as he loves her. After undergoing a careful and lengthy selection process with the involvement of her family, Mayang finally narrows her choice down to two potential partners: Bima, the charming man admired by many women, and Panji, the humble yet noble-hearted hero. Mayang had always thought that Bima was the perfect match for her, as he was her first love. However, fate seemed to have a different plan. Somehow, destiny brought her to Panji, a man who was always ready to support and assist her family. His unexpected encounter left Mayang feeling conflicted, especially when she noticed that her family seemed to favor Panji over Bima. In search of clarity, Mayang performed Salat Istikhara and prayed to the Almighty Allah for guidance in her dilemma. And as if in response for her prayer, she found herself constantly thinking about Panji instead of Bima. This realization only deepened her anxiety and discomfort, as she had never imagined being with Panji. But after consulting with her mother, Mayang finally found the reassurance she needed. Perhaps Panji was indeed the rightest leader she had been searching for. Maybe he was the true protector, the guiding figure, and the soulmate from heaven that Allah had destined for her all along. My favorite part of this book is how the author beautifully portrays the warmth and closeness between Mayang and people around her. I truly appreciate how the story highlights the supportive environment surrounding Mayang, from her family to her friend and even the male protagonist. Each of them genuinely cares for her, showing unwavering love and encouragement. No matter how tough her dilemma gets, they are always there, offering guidance and support. The way their interactions are portrayed creates such a heartwarming and comforting atmosphere. I mean, isn't it beautiful to be surrounded by people who love and care for you just as much as we do for them? I think the author does an amazing job of capturing the depth of support Mayang experienced from her surroundings, and it works vice versa. Alright, now let's dive into the third part, the strong and weak points of this book. When it comes to the strengths and weaknesses of this book, there are a few key points to highlight. Let's start with its strong point. One of the biggest strengths of this book is how easy it is for us to understand and visualize. The story follows a straightforward chronological flow using simple and clear language. There's no ambiguity or double meaning. Everything is explained in a way that makes the message and intent crystal clear. Despite its simplicity, the book still incorporates a poetic writing style, which beautifully enhances the dramatic essence of the novel. Additionally, the conflicts presented in the story feel familiar and highly relatable, as they revolve around the universal struggle of making difficult choices. Since this is a dilemma everyone has faced at some point, it becomes easier for us, audience, to sympathize with Mayang's situation. Okay, so those were the strong points of this book. Now let's move on to its weaknesses. The first drawback lies in the book cover, which isn't very eye-catching. The color combination used in the cover leans toward dark tones, giving off the impression that this is a mystery or horror novel. However, in reality, the content is the complete opposite. It's filled with the valuable life lessons. The second weakness is the presence of typos in the book's narration. Occasionally, you might come across punctuation errors, which can be a bit distracting. Lastly, the story's ending feels somewhat unfinished, as if hinting that the novel isn't truly over, as if it's still to be continued. I really hope MD continues this novel because I'm curious to see how the dynamics interaction between our three main characters, Mayang, Bima, and Panji will unfold. Next, we're moving on to the final part of this review, impression and lessons I learned. There are several messages and impressions I took away from this book. First, it emphasized the importance of involving Allah the Almighty in every aspect in our lives. Just like Mayang, who turned to Him through Salat Istikharah to seek guidance and overcoming her doubts. This book also reminds us to be mindful and considerate when choosing a life partner, as there are many crucial factors to think about. Moreover, it offers valuable insight for young readers on what a healthy relationship looks like from an Islamic perspective, teaching that true love will come at the right time with the right person by the will of the Almighty Allah. This book is light and easy read, making it possible to finish in just one sitting. The dynamic blend of drama, romance, and slice of life elements create an emotional roller coaster for its own. For readers who aren't too familiar with drama-heavy stories, this novel might feel overly poetic. But in my opinion, that's exactly what makes this novel special. It's meant to be poetic, allowing the beauty and complexity of love to be portrayed in the best way possible. Overall, it's a good read. Thank you for tuning in to my review and thoughts of MD's book, The True Man from Heaven, a special gift from my beloved husband. And until next time, bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.